Passion of Jesus Christ. Under the Passion of Jesus Christ, we'll talk about the trial of Jesus Christ and Peter's denial. The text is taken from the book of Matthew, chapter 26, from verse 47 to 68, and from 69 to 75. Now, Jesus was taken to the house of the high priest. I told you in the last class that when Jesus was arrested, the first place he was taken to was the house of the high priest called Cephas. Now, Jesus was taken to the house of the high priest where members of the council had gathered. False accusations were made against Jesus. They said he had said that he would destroy the temple and build another, not made with hands, in 3 days. Jesus did not answer the charges because they were false. The high priest then asked Jesus whether he was the Son of God. And when Jesus agreed, he said Jesus was to die because of that. The people spat on Jesus and hit him with their fists. They covered his eyes and asked him to identify who it was that struck him. Meanwhile, as this was going on, Peter was in the courtyard watching the trial of Jesus Christ. You can see Peter in the picture. They are sitting in the courtyard waiting to see what will happen to Jesus Christ. Now, as Peter was waiting there, one of the maids of the high priest, you can see the maid of the high priest there in your picture in your screen. One of the maids of the high priest accused Peter twice that he was with Jesus, but Peter denied both accusations. After a while, a bystander, you can see the bystander with Peter. A bystander also accused Peter for the third time that he was one of the disciples of Jesus because he was a Galilean, but Peter denied it. Immediately, Peter denied Jesus for the third time. The cock crowed a second time. Jesus looked at Peter, and Peter immediately remembered the words of Jesus, that before the cock crowed twice, he would deny him 3 times. You can see Peter weeping there. Peter felt sorry for having disappointed Jesus. By denying him, he went out and wept bitterly. In the morning, the council met and decided to take Jesus to be tried by Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea. You can see Pontius Pilate sitting with his guard in your screen there. So in the next morning, after they left the house of the high priest, the next person that tried Jesus was Pontius Pilate. Pilate tried Jesus and found him innocent of all the charges made against him. Now, there was a custom of releasing a prisoner at the feast of the Passover. Pilate asked the people whether he should release Jesus or the prisoner called Barabbas. The chief priest persuaded the people to have Barabbas released. Now, when Pilate asked what evil he had done, they shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Pilate was forced to obey the wishes of the crowd. He released Barabbas and handed over Jesus to be crucified. Now, we are in the instances that can lead a Christian to deny Christ and his neighbor. As Peter denied Jesus in those days, today in our life, we Christians, at times, some circumstances will lead us to deny Jesus or deny our faith. Number one is fear of punishment for speaking the truth. 2, telling lies to escape punishment or get favors. 3. Cheating during tests and exams. 4. Swearing in the name of God to tell the truth and still proceed to tell lies. 5. Yielding to temptation. 6. Failing to defend Christianity when attacked by non-Christians. 7. To refuse to suffer for the sake of persecution and righteousness. Now, we go to the next topic, which is the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. The crucifixion of Jesus Christ. You can see from the picture there, the soldiers took Jesus away when Jesus was condemned by Pontius Pilate. The soldiers took Jesus away and put a crown of thorns on Jesus and maltreated him. They took away the purple cloth and led him away to be crucified. Jesus carried his cross going to Golgotha, which is known as a place of skull. When he became tired, the soldiers asked Simon of Cyrene to help Jesus carry his cross to Golgotha. Jesus was crucified on the cross, and the soldiers divided his garment among themselves. A writing was put over the head of the cross, which reads, King of the Jews. Now, you can see from your screen here, two robbers were crucified with Jesus, one on his right side and the other on his left. The crowd mocked Jesus to save himself if he was the Christ. One of the criminals also mocked Jesus to save himself and them. But the other robber rebuked his friend and told him that they were being punished for their crimes, but Jesus had done nothing wrong. He now told Jesus to remember him when he enters his kingdom. Jesus promised him salvation, saying, Truly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Then, significance of Jesus suffering on the cross. Significance of Jesus suffering on the cross. The suffering of Jesus on the cross shows that suffering is part of human life. So, you are expected to read the Bible verse and be acquainted with the topic, the trial of Jesus Christ and denials of Peter. Until I see you on Thursday, then read the death of Jesus Christ. Our next topic on Thursday will be the death of Jesus Christ. You can read it from the book of Matthew chapter 27 from verse 45 to 56. Until we meet on Thursday, have a nice day.